couple of weeks ago I heard a song, and I think I told John Simmons, I feel sort of like that song. So it started out as something that said, seems like every time I make my mark, somebody paints the wall. Well, I think I'm going to wake up Monday morning and I'm going to feel like somebody has painted the wall. I hope I don't panic. I've worn this uniform for a long time. First of all, this morning I'd like to extend my heartfelt thanks to everybody. Chief Master Sergeant Jim Grove for putting all this together for me. I'd certainly like to thank General Worthington for officiating at my ceremony. It's a great honor, sir, to have him do that. Everybody had a part in today because it is a special day. I believe strongly in retirement ceremonies. I don't believe it's my ceremony. I think it's our ceremony. I think it's a part of our tradition and the way of life that we've led, and the way we lead our lives. And I think they're important. I think we all should feel proud and being a part of these ceremonies, no matter who it is that's retiring, because it's a part of our way of life. And I really feel that way, sincerely. I want to do something a little bit different this morning. Instead of recapping a 30-year career, going back and mentioning things that are special to me. There were a lot of special things in my career that mean a lot to me. But I want to tell you something. If we all sit and think, whether or not we're military or civilian this morning, and most of us have been in uniform at one time or another, there's always somebody way back in our first of our careers that got us on the right path and made us take the right step on the right foot. And I have somebody like that, and his name was Master Sergeant Dallas Turtlow, that did for me so much that I cannot tell you all about it. Sergeant Turtlow had a date of rank of December of 1941, and I worked for him in 1963. Now that sounds unusual, but Sergeant Turtlow went through World War II. And I remember so much as a young troop working for him in Milton Hall, England, he had 3 scrapbooks that he kept under his desk. And it was my thrill every day to walk in his office at lunchtime and pull out those scrapbooks and go through them, because I was always totally amazed at his career. Now, Sergeant Turtlow had a way about him. And the reason why I'm bringing him up this morning to kind of pay tribute to him, because I owe him a whole lot, was that he never really told you to do something in a direct manner. For example, on my education, when I first arrived at Milton Hall as a fresh young troop right out of tech school, he asked me, "What courses are you taking this term, Airman Drain?" And I kind of shrugged my shoulders and I said, well, I really didn't have any in mind. He said, "Well, the education office is right down there," and he pointed directions to me. And I said, "Well, Sergeant Turtlow, I don't have any money." And back in those days, I think we got like $66 a month, and I really didn't have much money. And I think even with tuition assistance, it was about $25, and that was a lot of money in 1963, early 1963. And I remember Dallas reaching back in his wallet, pulling out $25 and saying, "You go sign up today." And he checked me like a father for 3 years what my grades were and everything, and I left Milton Hall, England with 51 semester hours after 3 years. And Dallas Turtlow was the one that stayed on me. Dallas is not with us today. Dallas was 55 years old when he retired in 1967. But he started me out on the right foot. He always said, "You know what the most important rank or grade is in the Air Force?" And I usually reply, "Well, Chief Master Sergeant," because being an enlisted guy. He says, "Wrong. Wrong answer. The most important rank or grade is the next one. The very next one you're going for, and the next one that you're pulling for." He said, "That's the most important one. Whether it's 2 stripes, 3 stripes, or 4 stripes, it doesn't make any difference. But the very next one is the most important one in your life, because that's the start, the step to the next one, and you have to do that one first." But anyway, there were others throughout my career, and I think if you all stop and think, there are others that along the way take up where one leaves off, especially when you're young and you're starting out. There was one more, and I won't go into detail about her, but her name was Martha Davis, and Martha today is still working strong. Martha retired in 1983 with 34 years service. She had 16 years in grade as a Chief Master Sergeant. I worked for her as a young staff sergeant when she was a senior and when she made chief. Today she's Chief Supply at Vandenberg Air Force Base at the Raytheon Corporation, and going strong as ever. But she taught me so much that I cannot even begin to tell you the thanks. But my point is that we don't get here alone. We get here with a lot of help. We get here with help from people throughout our service and our families. We want to thank our wife and our kids for all their support throughout these years. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. This is a great day for me. I hope it is for you too. Thank you much.
like every time I make my mark, somebody always paints a wall.